You ever get home after a long night of drinking and your stomach is killing you and you're throwing up and you got the crazy hangover in the morning? What's the first thing you say? I'm never drinking again. And a couple weeks later, your friends invite you out, and the first thing you do is order a drink. Or you see someone in an unhealthy relationship getting dogged out by their significant other, and after every mistake the person makes and they keep getting caught, the girl or the guy keeps taking that person back. See, there's something about making a change in our lives that makes us so uncomfortable that when we actually do try, we end up failing and end up right where we started doing the shit we was trying to change. It got to the point where I constantly had to ask myself, do people change? Is it possible for human beings to actively change their habits, or is it once a cheater, always a cheater, or can a hoe never really be a housewife? What is it about change that makes us so uncomfortable, and why can't we keep a change in our life? This is Davy Jones, correct me if I'm wrong. Alright, so on this episode of Correct Me If I'm Wrong, we're talking about change. Is it possible, or are we doomed to repeat our mistakes? Now, one thing I notice about change is it makes us uncomfortable. And comfortability might just be one of the greatest and most sought after feelings in life. We all crave the ability to do something to put our souls at comfort. I honestly think it's one of the key elements of happiness. And we all know we don't want to be uncomfortable. But with comfortability comes complacency. We stop doing the things to get where we are. We take opportunities for granted, and we stop striving for the best. So our success ultimately becomes our failure. So comfortability might not always be a good thing. It can actually turn us into being lazy or unambitious. And actions form habits. So if you're used to doing something, you're comfortable with it in your life. And even if that thing isn't helping you in life, you may still not be too quick to change it because you're comfortable doing it. So how do human beings change, if it's possible? To answer this question, I had to find an environment where change is constant and normal for human beings. One place where I see people naturally changing is the gym. Now, I've been avoiding the gym for a while due to my comfortability with my body type, but I had to go to find out that common factor of change. See, what I notice in the gym is it's full of people constantly maintaining or changing their bodies, literally ripping their muscles open in discomfort now so that they can be stronger later, taking constant reps over time to eventually, after months, grow and form a strong, new, changed body. And after seeing that, it kind of hit me. People can and do change, but it takes one thing: discipline. See, I realized something. It doesn't matter how smart you are or how much money you make. If you lack discipline in the gym of life, you'll never be able to change yourself successfully. Then everything else started to slowly click in my head. That success in any field requires a certain level of discipline and constant practice day by day. And those who don't have it end up quitting and working for those who do. See, if you compare life to a gym, you can learn a lot. So I collected a few facts about the gym that we can use for our analysis on life. So after committing to going to the gym in January, after 5 months, 80% of those who started have already quit. And out of that 20% that stay, 67% of those don't use a gym membership regularly. And we know if you aren't coming to the gym after you quit, you probably aren't working out. Otherwise, you would have never joined a gym in the first place and would have been working out at the crib. And if you aren't disciplining yourself to change something, whether it be a bad habit like biting your nails or wearing sweatpants in the club, you'll be doomed to repeat it. Another interesting stat I found was 44% of the people who go to the gym go as a pair, having a gym buddy. And the reason for this is that when you have someone else going to the gym with you, now you have somebody that you can support that will also support you. And with that type of relationship, you can now monitor each other's discipline and make sure you continue to go to the gym. Which also made me realize in life, that might be the reason why human beings kind of try to settle down with each other, because having another person around to support you in life might just help you stay in the gym of life. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the reason why commitment is so important to people. Because I realize when you have somebody in your life committed to supporting you, it makes life a lot easier to live. And if one is less committed to the other, it'll only hurt them both. In that case, we need to find the inner discipline to find a new life gym buddy ourselves, no matter how much they liked your jokes or massaged your back and fed you breakfast in the morning when you came home from work. Regardless, the point is, if you want to change your life, you can. And it's all about taking it day by day and constantly making little changes in your life. See, a lot of rappers aren't whack because they lack talent. They're whack because they lack the discipline to stay in the studio and improve their sound. A lot of people can't dance not because they have no rhythm, but because of the fact that they never practice the art of dance. Shit, my Millie Rock is sturdy, my nigga. You should never be having my man, shit got good, that's all I'm saying. See, good doctors and lawyers aren't just lucky intellectuals. They're actually disciplined studiers. And creative CEOs don't get it completely right on the first try. They make a bunch of mistakes and learn from them. So if you want to be good at something or change your habits, learn discipline. then work on your goals. And I'm sure the universe will put you right where you need to be when you need to be. See, a lot of us run away from change, and honestly, I think we should embrace it, because we go through life and we see things that are changes and we're threatened by them, but they might be a blessing in disguise. So go out there, man, try to change your life for the better, spread love, give back, and the universe will reward you. And only if you change, may you change for the better. Change ain't easy. Change ain't easy, man. I know change ain't easy. It's easy to sit in front of a camera and tell somebody that all they gotta do is just work hard and they gotta be disciplined. But if you look at other instances of it, you can kind of see, it may take a few months, but it might be worth it. But if you like being lazy and stuck in your bad habits and you think that's gonna make you successful, correct me if I'm wrong. Question of the day, man. If you had one bad habit in your life that you could change, what would it be, and what would be your first step to changing it?